The first time I discovered my breast cancer was when I went for my annual physical exam, and my primary care physician felt a lump on my left breast. And she told me that it was a small lump, but it's probably nothing. And I told her that I just had my mammogram and everything was clear. But she insisted of me going to have an ultrasound. So I did. I had an ultrasound, and after that I had a core biopsy. The doctor told me that I have breast cancer. It went from one ear and it came out the other, and I did not hear anything else. So my husband was the one who asked the questions to the doctor, what's the next treatment and all that. After I started crying, my husband held me, and he said that we are a team, so we will do everything together to survive this. So I'm going to be supporting you 100%, whatever happens. I'll be there for you. I decided to tell my kids about my diagnosis without my husband. So I sat them down in the kitchen, and I told them that I have something to tell you, that I just got diagnosed with breast cancer. And they actually asked the question, are you going to die? And I kept telling them that I'm going to be just fine, that the doctor caught it early, and whatever happens, we're going to be working as a team, and I'm going to be a survivor. I'm going to fight everything to be a survivor. On the day of my surgery, it was very hard for me. I really didn't want to go through it. I didn't have anybody to talk to. So on the day of surgery, I just wanted to run away. I told my husband that I wanted to pull everything out and just run away. But then breast cancer, you have no option. You got it, and you have no choice but get it removed. So it was very hard for me that day to go through it. Because I wanted to give back to Torrance Memorial Medical Center, giving my life back, as I say it, for saving my life. I quit my job. I was working as a gastrointestinal registered nurse in South Bay GI. So I quit that job and got a job here in Torrance Memorial Medical Center because I wanted to give back. And I remember my first day here in Torrance Memorial, I walked down in Cancer Resource Center and I asked, I want to be a volunteer. How can I give back to breast cancer women? So I told her I'm a breast cancer survivor, and if you know anybody that would like to talk to somebody that's been through it, let me know, call me. And I gave her my cell phone, my home number. I'll be happy to talk to them. That's how we started with the mentorship program.
When I first met Evelyn, she came into the office for a consultation, and despite her diagnosis, she always remained very positive. And I think a lot of that has to do with her attitude, but also has to do with her support network. As she went through that process, she, I think, also realized that support makes a big difference, and I think that's part of why she got inspired to help others.
Every patient that I do, I always think that I was in their shoes before, so I always respect how you feel. So I think that's why a lot of people request me to do their pre-op, because I've been there. I love helping people. I love helping people that doesn't know what to expect, and just to give you an idea what's going to be happening to you.
Oh, I've talked to her on the phone twice, and when I met her today, I was happy because I hadn't met her in person before. And she found a former patient, to call me and talk to me about some procedure decisions. And that was nice.
A lot of patients are not willing to share their story and be available for others. And so it was difficult to get some patients to be involved and help out like that. Now, when I met Evelyn, and after she went through her process, she wanted to try and be there so that she could be a resource to others, since we didn't have that resource set up for her particular situation when she went through it.
If I would have had somebody to talk to, like somebody that went through what I went through, would have helped me out. I didn't have anyone. I think that's why I started Evelyn's BFF, because I didn't want women to feel that way.
I'm the medical director to help guide her and help support those patients.
Evelyn, I met her my first surgery and then my third surgery. You know, she gave me her information about her little group that she had started. So when I went to that, I instantly felt connected with everybody. It's like we were all in the same boat. And I thank Evelyn for, bringing a lot of us together.
My friend Berta Suhu, whom she was the first person I met actually when I was diagnosed. I went to a support group at a local cancer support center here in Redondo Beach. And she was actually already in treatment when I met her. And I was coming along behind her. She told me about Ev's BFF, and she invited me to the first luncheon. It was really a bunch of breast cancer survivors that would get together for lunch. We would discuss, where we were in the treatment process and, really just be a source of support for each other. I can't believe that this one woman, Evelyn, who has a career and a family, could conceive of a group like this.
In October 2010, I was recovering from a rotator cuff surgery, and I was watching Oprah. I said, you know what, I'm going to go on the website. And there was a question about what is your calling and what inspired you to change your life. And so I just talked about being a breast cancer survivor, and I started an informal support group where I get women together for a fun day of luncheon or any event. 2 to 3 weeks later, I get an email from, it says, audience member coordinator of Oprah Winfrey Show. And her name was Becky Asim. And she said that I was chosen to be in the audience. And then all of a sudden, Oprah said, well, this is part 2, Oprah's favorite ultimate thing. So anyway, my husband didn't know what it meant. I had to tell him what it meant. I was jumping up and down. He's like, what does that mean? I think we're going to get stuff today. And so the last one, there was a big box on the stage. It was a car. It was the new Volkswagen. I said to my husband, I'm sorry, we didn't get the refrigerator. He goes, are you kidding me? We got something better. It's the car. So after meeting Oprah and being in the show, I really witnessed the true gift of giving back. And Oprah was big on paying forward. So that inspired me to do more for my EBFF. I said to my husband, I'm going to have to do more. Because I felt like I met a lot of women or men that she picked out as the community heroes. And they did a lot of stuff. Like they have their own nonprofit. They were like doing stuff. And I felt like, I got chosen, but I haven't really done anything. So that inspired me to do more for my EBFF. And so that's when I decided to become nonprofit, and then at the same time become 501(c)(3). Now we do 6 events a year, and at least 50 or to 100 will come to the event. And I make it more fun, because to me, they're already going through the sad part, which is chemotherapy, radiation, surgeries. So I want to take them away from that and just, even for a couple hours, just have fun and go out with other women that they can relate to. And they don't have to talk about cancer if they don't want to, but at least they're with somebody. And, it's amazing how when I connect them, they become best friends.
Getting makeovers. I love all the girly stuff because, with breast cancer you have a lot of changes that happen to your body, between the hair and and the surgeries that you have, and it's just really nice to feel pretty and to do something a little different.
Pamper Me Pink Day is in honor of all breast cancer survivors, just to get pampered. A lot of women who gets diagnosed with breast cancer, they feel like less than a woman, and so I wanted to do it every year. You know, give them a little bit of encouragement that they are beautiful, that they could, that they could be beautiful, and they don't have to worry about paying for it. It's all free.
What's great about this is that Vicara has a mission statement, and our mission statement is to really get in touch with our community. These women are all a part of our community, and what better way to reach out to them? So it really is uplifting their spirits as well as ours.
I think events like these take women who don't have a lot of good days, and they give them an amazing day where they get to be pampered, they get to be with their friends, and I leave these events always feeling energized and really loved.
EBFF mission is to unite breast cancer women through unifying events. To go to an EBFF event is to have fun, so that they can forget about the sad part, which is the chemo, radiation, surgeries, and they can just come to the event and have a good time and talk to women that they can relate to. Okay. So I just want to welcome everyone again for coming. Thank you for coming, but we are about to start. I know you guys are all anxious to run and walk and celebrate life. On your mark, get set, go! The EBFF 5K, I wanted to do something because I was reaching my 5-year milestone, cancer-free. So I thought of having a 5K. I will bring awareness to the public about breast reconstruction and invite all the community, and at the same time to raise money for uninsured and underinsured women who can't afford to have breast reconstruction.
I think there is a large need. It's a very complex topic. It's overwhelming for a lot of patients when they come in, and I think that's when it's really helpful to have a support group, people like Evelyn and her BFF group, to help people as they go through those experiences.
I invite a lot of new diagnosed breast cancer so that they can talk to breast cancer survivors who's been through it, so they can give support to them, give them information and emotional support of what they're going to be going through.
So when she throws events like Pamper Me Pink, it makes us feel good.
And I've made some lifelong friends. We are there for each other, and it's an amazing group to be a part of.
I mean, I instantly felt connected with everybody. It's like we were all in the same boat.
These people are real, and we love each other. We're not ashamed to tell each other that. We hug, we hold hands, whatever. So that's part of the blessing.
The contrast between the difficult, stressful time in the office of realizing they have breast cancer and realizing they have to go through all this reconstructive surgery and the stress of those procedures coming up, that creates a lot of unhappy, stressful energy. And then this is a complete contrast. This is, wow, everything's done, I'm so happy, I'm relieved, and now I get to celebrate my life.
And I've made some of the best friends of my life. These women are amazing because I know what they've been through, they know what I've been through, and I know that all I have to do is pick up the phone for whatever reason, and they will be there for me.
I see a lot of room of improvement for EBFF. Number one, I think that we need to sponsor uninsured women. Hopefully, my goal is to have one by next year. Number two, I would like to give more resources on the website. We're redesigning the website right now, and so that women can go there. Women who wants to volunteer in any event, in any of Evelyn's BFF event, they can go there and apply. They could also, we're also redesigning our resources, other resources that they can go to. And one of the things that I really, really want to improve is having an event like a lunch or a luau where they don't have to pay, so that the survivors can go in free and just have a good time and not to worry about if they can afford that event that they're going to or paying for their meal. So it should be another hour. Okay. But before she went out, I told her that when you wake up, you're going to be cancer-free.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank you so
sure.
very much.
You're welcome.
When I'm ready to go, Mom.